channel. I am Prabhu KV, CEO of Fibocan. As you are aware, Fibocan is into the business of enabling wealth. We enable wealth through training, coaching, mentoring, enabling clients devise their own investment strategies through our technology products and solutions. Vetri meaning victory, innovative investment strategies. Every video we discuss what happened, why it happened, what will happen, why, when and how it will happen, which is why I request everyone to watch the video till the end, click the bell icon, encourage your friends and known person to subscribe. Today is January 14, 2022, Saturday. As always, on Saturdays we put the global market videos, currencies, commodities. So last week we didn't put our video as we mentioned due to our ill health. So anyway, we'll straight away jump into the global markets. Dow closed 34,302.81, 2% up. Nasdaq 11,079.16, 4.8% up. S&P 3,999.08, 2.7% up. While FTSE 7,844.07, 1.9% up. So what happened? See, overall, all these markets are looking very strong. Particularly FTSE is too strong. Hence, this is what we had indicated in year end. During year end, we told that FTSE is very strong. Dow and all these indices are now very, very strong. Let's look at the individual components. Dow, in the daily, it is moving up strongly with 50-day moving average acting as a support. The last 10-15 days, 10 days in particular, it will come near the 50-day moving average. From there, it will make a big jump, or a long leg doji it will form, or long leg candle it will form. That means there is a bullish pressure that is coming in, bullish support pressure that is coming in at the lower levels near the 50 DMA. Now it has decisively taken out the 50-day moving average in the daily chart. In the weekly chart, in this week, it formed a solid green candle. Last week also, it formed a solid green candle. Since we didn't put our video, so there is no evidence to tell that it was a solid green candle. But yes, that was what it formed last week. And second week in succession, and it is well above the Bollinger middle band now. In the monthly, how it is moving? Till now, it has formed a solid green candle, and it has more or less formed a candle, a bearish, bullish harami, but near chances of a bullish engulf is there. That is how it is. Expect probably some pullback can come next week, but it will not be worrying, and even if a pullback might not be more than 0.5% to 1% down. That is what it can happen next week. So that uptrend is strong, very strong. It's in a strong bullish uptrend in the short term at least. Nasdaq daily, now it has decisively moved above the 200-day moving average and 20 exponential moving average. It was hovering below the 200 DMA. Now it has decisively crossed this, which is a very good sign. Just touching the Bollinger upper band. That means it is just touching the Bollinger upper band. In the weekly, it formed a solid green candle after 2 weeks of doji it formed. If you recollect, the December year end was a doji. Last week was a long leg doji, after which it opened the gap up and then it moved up significantly. Obviously, after 2 dojis and next candle obviously is going to be a solid green candle. That is what had happened. In the monthly, till now it has formed a bullish harami. Chances here again engulf is possible, but still it is below the 20-month moving average and exponential moving average, and below the 50-month moving average. Hence, we have to see how it is going to the trend is going to happen, but it is very strong. So Nasdaq is really strong. That is why you see Indian IT companies also performing very well in the last 2 days. S&P solid green candle in the daily chart, now above the Bollinger upper band. Also managed to close decisively above the 200-day moving average. So what happened? It is just moved above the Bollinger upper band. That means it's a very powerful up move, and also above the 200-day moving average. That means if there is no reversal happening at these levels, and if the trend keeps going up, you can see 200-day moving average acting as a support, and we will have good up move coming in these stocks, in the indices. Weekly, solid green candle, a second in succession obviously, and hurdle is only 50-week moving average which is within striking distance. Okay, that is what it is. In monthly, like other two, it is also bullish harami, and it has chance of forming an engulf. So FTSE is a fantastic chart. In the daily chart, it is moving nicely, riding along the Bollinger upper band. In the weekly and monthly, it is above the Bollinger upper band. So it's a delight. The daily chart, it is a delight for bulls because the upper band is moving, the price is touching along and moving, and the exponential moving average, particularly the 10 exponential moving average, is moving up. This is a fantastic sight to watch. Anybody can enter at these levels as long as it stays above the 10 exponential moving average. So that's a fantastic chart. VIX is 18.35, very low volatility. We have been telling VIX is coming down. It's below the daily, it is below the Bollinger lower band. Weekly, it is solid red candle moving towards the Bollinger lower band. Monthly, solid big red candle till now with slightly upper wick. So this indicates that the trend is down. Dollar index is on a weak wicket, 101.946. It formed daily, it formed doji star, but closed below the Bollinger lower band. It was significantly coming down, and below the Bollinger lower band it formed a doji. Normally below the Bollinger band, after a significant downtrend, and if it is doji, it can be perceived as two ways. Either it can be a continuation or a short covering can come. But when I analyze the overall picture, that even if short covering can come, it can sustain only for 1 or 2 days. It will be probably the first reversal that it can form below the lower band. So the long-term trend is weak, medium-term trend is weak, short-term is also weak. Okay, so 50 now also death crossover happened. What is it? 50 DMA is now below the 200-day moving average, so which is not a good sign. This is what had happened in Dow, Nasdaq last year. Same thing is happening in dollar index. So in the weekly, solid big red candle moving towards the Bollinger lower band, so which is lower band moving towards the, and lower band is also drifting down. That means there is no exhaustion seen in the bands. That means it is on a weak wicket. Hence the reversal, if at all anything happens in the daily chart, will be short-lived. Monthly, solid red candle just below the Bollinger middle band, just above the Bollinger middle band, and 20 exponential moving average. So probably that will act as some support for some time. Once that is broken down, we can have further levels coming down. So now when I analyze the individual components, Euro versus USD, obviously it's going to be the reverse of it, 1.0828. Daily, it's moving with the Bollinger upper band nicely, beautifully. 50-day moving average is now above the 200-day. It's the opposite of what is happening in the dollar index. 50-day is now above the 200-day. Till now it was below, now it has moved above. And weekly solid green candle moving towards the upper band. Upper band is also moving up. The exact opposite of dollar index, right? In the monthly, small but solid green candle with slightly long lower leg, just below the Bollinger middle band, just below the Bollinger middle band. Now let's analyze the GBP versus USD, 1.2126 in the daily, just below the Bollinger upper band. 50 DMA is now above the 200-day moving average, which is very good from a GBP perspective. Weak in the weekly chart, solid big green candle after doji last week. It formed doji last week after a solid green candle. That was expected, just below 50-day moving average. In the monthly, small but solid green candle, the same chart as similar to that of Euro versus USD with long lower leg and just below the Bollinger middle band. This is what it formed. So USD versus JPY, it is similar to dollar index chart, 127.88. What happened? Daily it is below the Bollinger lower band. It has managed to break down below the Bollinger lower band. Death crossover happened like dollar index, where the 50-day DMA is below the 200-day moving average, and weekly solid red candle and sliding down nicely along the lower band. In the monthly, solid big red candle just below the Bollinger middle band and 20 EMA. So that is going to hold as little support. Once that is broken, we can have further levels coming down. Might not be immediately, probably so few short covering rallies, 1 or 2 days, or probably in the 1 week or so, it can happen. But the bigger picture is in a significant downtrend. USD INR 81.20, solid green candle on Friday, but after going below the Bollinger lower band. So it's still below the Bollinger lower band, but it formed a solid green candle. But it is the first reversal. Even that reversal did not come close above the Bollinger lower band. So in the weekly, it is below the 50 DMA. In the daily it is well below the 50 DMA and well above the 200-day moving average. Hence, now you can see that 50 will act as a resistance and 200 will act as a support. It will hover between these levels for some time. In the weekly, solid red candle below the middle band and 20 week EMA, and in the monthly, solid red candle drifting sideways. Normally, if this sideways happens, then there will be a fall that will come and it will drift towards the middle band. That is what will happen. So that means a long-term grinding down story is there. But USD INR is not that weak as that of a Euro versus USD or GBP versus USD. Hence, INR will not appreciate that much in comparison with these currency pairs. US 10-year yield 3.498. It more or less mimics USD INR pair. Short covering on Friday near the Bollinger lower band. Because it is near the Bollinger lower band, one short covering rally happened. But the current price is below the 50-day moving average and above the 200-day moving average. So similar chart as that of USD INR pair. Weekly it formed a spinning top below the Bollinger middle band and 20 EMA. Monthly it formed a solid red candle and moving towards the middle band. So hence we expect some downfall coming here. But here again, in the immediate short term, probably there can be some pullback on the upside, but that will be short-lived because the bigger picture is in a significant downtrend. Brent and NYMEX, Brent at 85.55 and NYMEX at 80.08, both follow similar pattern. We have been telling that the last year's low, that is 2022 low, will act as a support. This year what happened? It went near the 50-day moving average in the daily chart. From there it bounced significantly, both these, and the last 6 to 7 days it's forming solid green candle and moving towards the Bollinger upper band in the daily chart, which is a fantastic up move. Not a good sign from an Indian perspective, because oil, if it rises, it is going to have an imported inflation from an Indian perspective or any oil importing country's perspective. Now it is above the 50-day moving average and just below the Bollinger upper band, but 200-day moving average is well above. Hence that is going to act sometime as a resistance, but 50 will act as a support. In the weekly it formed a solid green candle, bullish engulf, and just below the Bollinger middle band. In the monthly it has formed a doji, long leg doji, below the Bollinger middle band. So if this close somewhere here, it will be similar to the type of S&P index that it formed on the weekly last week, where next month the oils can, the Brent and NYMEX can go up significantly. Hence, that's not a good sign. While dollar index going is a good sign from an Indian perspective, I am sure with all these technical inputs and insights, you will be able to understand, have a deep understanding of technical analysis, and will be able to take an informed decision after discussing with your investment advisor. Thank you very much.